Hi and welcome. It's Fiona Fernandez from Piedmont and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I am going to show you this new glass mat studio. So this is a special that's going to be on during Sale-A-Bration from the 4th of January to the 29th of February 2024. When you join, you can get one of these. There is another option where you can just get some extra product as well, so it's up to you. But it's a great way to get this beautiful glass mat studio for free. So I'll just show you quickly I can't get it all in my camera unfortunately, but the top of it there just has the logo and it's got markings on it for metric as well as imperial. It's got a nice little picture down the bottom. These pieces here do come off. I've just left them on to protect my mat, and the back of them just has some little feet on the corners that keeps it in place on your workspace. So I'll just put that back there. So basically, the studio is the whole set here of these. Just pop my name out of the way now. And this is a cleaning cloth that comes with it. So it's like a little chamois. It's a lot thinner than the other one. The purple chamois is like this. This is like a couple of millimeters thick, very soft, and it does dry out pretty quick, but you can just wet it again and it just softens up, so it's ready to roll. So you can use that to clean your mat, clean everything clean everything. And you've got this little silicone mat here, so it's got a spot for 4 little mini spots. I'll just show you the size of those. So they fit in there like that. So you can put them in there and they're quite solid and it sticks to the mat. And you can just use those to work with if you wish to, or you can just put a normal one of these down onto there. It holds a little bit to stop it. It's like I put it in the corner there so it sort of holds onto it. And you can use that just for mixing inks, cleaning your brushes, or whatever you're using at the time, and it cleans off. Now I'm not sure if it stains. I haven't tried it yet. I've watched another video and someone said it stained, but I'm really not sure at the moment. But it's a great thing to be using. Now it says here that the glass is safety tempered glass and has a heat and scratch resistant surface that wipes clean with the included cloth, which is this, and water. No chemicals needed. The reusable cloth also cleans ink off your stamps. The non-slip, heat-resistant and waterproof silicone mat, this one here, features the 4 palette squares for mixing custom ink colours or for holding small ink spots in place, so you can put your different colours in there as well and mix up your own colours. And each component can be used separately, or you can use all 3 items together for a multi-purpose paper crafting studio that's both functional and elegant. So I shall sit down on my chair now, so I'll just make sure I stay within this area here. Okay, and turn that off in case any other sounds come through. So we'll just do a couple of little things. Now this comes in a plastic cover like this, which I may store that in there. You could just pop it straight back in the bag. I just tend to leave it there to sit it on. I've just cut a couple of pieces of cardstock to play with, and we'll just have a little play. I think I won't go through everything. I just wanted to show you basically what it's like to use it. So it's a nice clean glass. Now apparently you can cut with the X-Acto knife on there. I don't have the attachments. There are attachments you can get to go in your take your pick tool. But I don't have those yet, so there's a knife in there, and I did see someone on another video cutting on the glass. I know it's a bit scary but they did, and it didn't scratch it, so I'm very impressed with that. You can do heat embossing on here, so I thought we'd do a little bit of that. Let's do that first, shall we? I've pulled out these beautiful new Stippled Roses stamp sets. So this is the new one that's coming in the catalogue, and thought we'd just do a little gold embossed leaf on a bit of card here, and then we'll cut it out. So I've just got my Versamark out. And I've been using this for a few days now, the glass mat, and been stamping on it. And I did my live last night on it, and it worked out very well. Just let me check I'm in camera. Yep. Make sure, because with this camera I have to be up a little bit. Just stamp your Versamark on so you can see it. And then I've got my little box of powder. I like to work with powders in a box, but Stampin' Up! Has a little tray you can use as well. I've just done it like this forever. Just give that a little tap. There's something on that leaf there, but I think it's just a bit of extra ink. So that looks nice. So I always cover up my embossing powders and my Versamark before I do anything else. Now this says on the information that we have that this mat is also non-slip, heat resistant and waterproof silicone mat. So this is also heat proof. So the glass is heat proof and this is heat proof. So that's fantastic. I've got my tool here. I think I'll bring that up a bit closer to you. I did use embossing yesterday and the glass did not get very hot at all. Can you see that there? No, it's going to slide around. Now let me just get my little tweezers. I'll just put them on there to hold it in place. I'm going to bring that up. I love heat embossing. It's probably one of my favourite things when I first started. The wow factor. Makes it so much more special, doesn't it? Okay, let's just put that down there and shake that off there. So there's our heat embossing, which is still warm, and that's it's a little tiny bit warm, but that's great. No melting. That's what we want. Isn't that pretty? So now I'm going to just use my embossing machine, because the great thing about this, I'll use the mini, is you can put it on there and it doesn't move. Look, how good is that? That is so pretty. That really worked out well, didn't it? I'll make some more sample cards, so I thought, oh well, I'll get some bits out and we'll have a little play with the mat. I nearly bought myself a glass mat at the most recent craft show I went to. I'm so glad I didn't, because now I got the Stampin' Up! One. They brought it out just after I went to that show. So as demonstrators, once you join Stampin' Up!, there's lots of perks, and some of them are discounts on your products, so you can get 20% off straight away, up to 25% off depending on what level you're at. And the other perks are being able to buy, sometimes, not all the time, the things that are on offer for a new demonstrator, so that we can actually show you. So they are hoping to bring it in to buy down the track for everybody, but not yet. So I could buy it, so I did. There's my little, so that worked really well. The machine didn't slide at all. It's so much easier. I usually put it on this non-slip mat thing, but it still slips around on that. So that worked out lovely. So there's my little leaves, and I'm going to do some, I'm going to use the roses as well. I won't die cut them at the moment. And so there's other leaves here you can die cut out, different things. I think we'll just stamp, let's just stamp on here and do one of those. I'm going to use the Stays On ink for this. Let's see how that goes. I used those inspirational sketches stamps last night. They worked out so nice. Well, that's really inking up nicely. Look at that. Now just be careful with this. It does smell a bit, the Stays On, and you'll need the special Stays On cleaner to clean your stamp. Just centre that. Not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, so I'm going to put it in the centre, because I may just use it as is. Just put your pressure on like you normally do. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. That's a lovely stamp. It's the first time I've used it. So I'm just going to use this. I clean it up on my normal chamois first. This Stays On. That one's already inked up and stained, and then you just clean it up with your Stays On ink cleaner. It has a bit of a cloth bit on the top. And I just keep an old washer handy to clean the Stays On cleaner off. And then once I've done that, that really keeps your stamps nice with the Stays On cleaner. Just give it a wipe over with that. Get the residue off. So that's just wet with water. Okay, that's done. Beautiful. So there's a nice little, it goes that way. I stamped it upside down, doesn't matter. Okay, so we might just do a bit of masking while we're here on this. I hadn't decided what I was doing with this, but I think we will. Let's go over the top of that. I'm just going to use some Moody Mauve. Now it's up to you whether you stick it down or not. You can use stickies if you want to. I've got some here on my disc. Stick the edge of it down. Well, it doesn't have to be straight. It depends what you're doing. This one doesn't need to be straight. Just to hold it in place. Is that going to work? I'll go that way. And then we're just going to use a brush. And I think we'll just Moody Mauve because that's on the table. So you can just plonk some ink down on your board over there. So, and then just get your brush in there. Just going to go around the edges of this. Oops, it moved a little bit. My stickies didn't stick. I'll just hold that down. And of course, if you're not using the middle section, you can hold it in the middle if you're not colouring that part. So this is one of the 4 square masks. That'll do. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. So we'll just move our stickies out of the way. And we'll pick that up off the table. And for now, I'm just going to clean my board with this. Get that ink off. I want to get it off my mask as well. It's just coming off like that. mostly off there. Just pop that over there, and I'm just going to wipe this again. And while we've still got ink all over the place, this is so fun, I've been dying to do this. Get some ink on everything. Right, I am going to use that little bit of ink up. So I'm going to get my little spritzer now, probably because I stuck it in the corner. Makes it a bit more tricky. Could put it in the middle more. I'm just going to put some water in there. Actually, we might get another colour. To be into the wild wheat yesterday, so let's do a bit of wild wheat and just go close to it, not too close, don't want to touch it. What else will we put in there? Let's put a bit of something else in there, a bit of pumpkin pie. There we go. Let's see what this does. With my sprayer. There we go. Make sure we're on camera. Just going to spray some water into that. Get some water happening. So this is my smooshing technique. And use up the ink on your page to make another little background. Look at that. Ooh, love it. Just put that one on that one. And oh, there's still quite a bit of water on there. Just wipe it all up with that piece of card. Wipe it all up. Look at that. And that way you've cleaned up most of your table already. And then you can just wipe it clean. Lovely. Now, if you want that dry quickly, because this is heat resistant, I'll just move these out of the way. You can just get my little tweezers happening and get that drying. And over and do the back as well. Still quite wet. It's very wet. Of course, you could just put it aside to dry if you wanted. Might just dry it a bit and then put it aside. I keep turning it back over to try and flatten it out a bit. So that's not even hot. That's amazing. This is hot, but that's not. It's just warm. A little bit warm, not even a lot warm. So that is almost dry. That piece in the middle is not quite dry. I might just go a bit longer. Matt's actually wet from the cardstock. Yeah, that's just warm. So that's good. Oh, I'm just going to wipe the water off there. It's still a bit wet from the card. Just keep some tissues handy. So that's using up some of that, and I'll probably stamp on that or do something with it later. Cool. Well, that was fun. What else can we do with it? What about some alcohol? Let's put some alcohol. Let's put some ink. We'll do this one in the middle. And I'm going to use a bit of some little inks. Just going to put a bit of berry burst. Ooh. What else have we got in the cupboard? In the cupboard, sitting on my desk. Lemon lime twist. And what's that one? Oh, afternoon azure. How about that? Oh, got a bit extra piece there. Extra spot of that. Think of any more colours? Oh, what about one more? Where is my lemon lolly? I think the lemon lolly's hiding. Bubble bath. I've got lemon lolly somewhere. Here it is. I've got a lemon lolly bottle. Didn't have. I don't have the actual ink pad yet. Okay, let's do that. What do we do with it? Let's get a piece of. I am going to go smoosh through it like this with my stick first. This is just some isopropyl alcohol I got in the local hardware. I'll just put a bit in there. Look at it, so I'll just going to smoosh it up a bit. Oh, look at that. That's bright. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's almost like a love heart. Look, I got a love heart going. Let's just get another piece. So pretty, isn't it? Look at that. I think we'll have to cut a love heart out of that one. And we'll just smoosh this one around. That one's a little bit something else. Use your imagination. Any ideas? Looks like two ears. That's just a bit of fun. And then you can just use your chamois, wipe that all up. Now some people like to use paper towel to wipe up the alcohol, but I read the instructions and it said we could use the chamois, so I'll use that as well. That's just some ideas and a bit of fun to play with. So basically you can use this to do all your messy work on. What else have we got? Some watercolouring. Let's get some watercolour going. There's my watercolour painters. Let's use our little thing. And we'll just wipe that out because it looks a bit fluffy. I'm going for time. Check my clock. I think we'll just do some. Let's have a look. Let's stamp the little rose. Just get the stamp out. I haven't labelled this one yet. That's okay. We might just stamp it. I'm going to stamp this one with, let me have a look. So Stays On is good for watercolours. So we'll use Stays On. We'll probably die cut. Yeah, there's a die cut for this, so we'll die cut some of these out. Oh, look at that. That stamped up nicely. Lovely. Now again, remember we need to clean that with our Stays On cleaner. I'll just like to do that straight away. Stamping for a long time. It's one of the things I learned very early on. To clean your stamps straight away. So we might just put a bit of, not sure if I want to put ink in there. I think I might just put a bit of, so we'll go the medium mauve. Oh no, we'll try it with that. Hang on, let's try it. A bit of bubble bath. I'll do, where's my moody mauve? Moody mauve. Let's see how it goes. I'll put a bit of moody mauve. We don't want much at all because we're going to mix water with it. I might put those in the same one because they're both the same sort of colours. That's the bubble bath. And I've got my painter, that's the medium size one. There's a painter that's another one. You've got the narrow neck, narrow point, and you've also got the flat brush one. I won't use that one right now. Just make sure when you're putting them back, you've got your little paint brushes inside there. You don't damage them. So with the water painters, put water into the base of these. When you're opening, it's opposite to what you think it should be. So you don't go that way. You go the opposite way to get them open. And you push where it says the word push. And I'm just going to play over here for a minute. So I get water there. So there's a drop of water there. That's in my bubble bath. And we'll just do a little bit on here. And because it stays on, it won't run. Just going to do the light ones around the edges. Oh, this is so soothing doing this. Just sit here all day. Painting. Just going to go around there. And I'm going to go in with the darker one. I think that needs a lot more water in it. Get that water. I'm just going to use this as my little test palette. Yeah, see, it probably needs more water still. Just get a bit more water out of it. A little bit dark there. That's better. I'm just doing that in the darker bits. I like these stamps because it shows you where the darker bits are. So you can just go and grab your colour and put it where the darker bits are. It's looking gorgeous. You don't need very much of the darker colour on your brush. And then to get rid of the ink, just keep on squeezing it till you get the colour out. I'll just go back into the light one again. It's looking lovely. It is a bit wet, so, and of course you could do this on your watercolour paper too. But I'm liking that. Just get a bit more pink there. I used to do folk art years ago, the acrylic paints. This is sort of a little bit easier because you've got all the patterns on here already. And we've got another one there. Maybe we should go another colour on that one. Oh, what will we do on that? Perhaps we could go a little bit darker on the red side of things. What about a bit of cherry cobbler? Oh, no, that's purple. Picked out the wrong one. Let's just try a little bit of... I've got some in the lid of my thing already, so I think we'll just use that. Just going to pick up a bit of that water. And I'm going to do this one with the redder one. Basically, I'm just going to go over the whole thing, I think, and just go back and do the dark bits. So see how it doesn't have to take all day. Just get in there quickly with the extra bits of colour. That in there. Almost done. And then we just got to do a little bit of green. Just do a little tiny bit more of that dark colour around here. Okie dokie. We're almost there. That was cherry cobbler. I can't shut the thing. Hang on. I'm stuck. Let's move. Oh, there we go. Make sure you close them. And then I'm just going to clean off my brush onto my tissue. And you could use your chamois for that too. You could use your little chamois or do it on here. Okay, we just need a little bit of green. What have we got? Lost Lagoon. Let's try a tiny bit of Lost Lagoon. You know, need tiny little bit. And I'm going to use a bit of lemon lime twist as well. There we go. Squeeze out some water. So it's still a bit pinky, that water coming out. I think that's better, that one. It's just balling there. Okay. It's better to go lighter first and then get darker as you go. So if you go too dark, you can't take it away. I'm just going to do this colour first. And I'm going to add a bit of the lemon lime twist. And we'll just let these dry. I won't dry them now. So you don't need much ink at all to do this. And I'm just going to dip that into my water. That'll be right, and test it on your little palette here. Make sure you haven't got too much on there. Just want to give it a bit of an extra variation of colour. Oh, that's pretty. I think I've almost made another card now. I think that will do it. So make sure you squeeze out your water. I'll just use this thing. Just make sure it's coming out clear. And see, that's okay on there. You can just give that a squeeze, pump it through. All right. It does look a bit green on the end still, but these do stain a little bit, but they don't, as long as they're not painting colour when you, yep, that's good. Just keep squeezing at them until you get them clear. So that's a bit of watercolouring. That was lots of fun. Love watercolouring. So that's my little watercolour picture. That was good. Put that up there to dry. Now we'll just get rid of this. So I'll just get the ink off that one. I'm not sure if it's going to stain. We'll have a look in a second. Tap up all the water. And again, you could use that on a bit of card. Looks like it's cleaning up pretty well. Just get your chamois, get a bit of white, and look, that's all coming off. I'm quite impressed with that. This is the first time I've used this, so like this part of it. I didn't test any of this before I started. I'm doing it with you. So that is great. Look at that. That is really wonderful. I'm very happy with that. Okay, well, I think that's all we need to do today. We've done a bit of alcohol on there. We've done a bit of watercolour, the masking. And yeah, I just highly recommend you think about that if you're interested in getting some beautiful new things to work with. It's a great set to work with. You've got your grid there to work on. And yeah, just contact me if you need more information or want to have a demonstration with your friends. Happy to organise something on Zoom or in person if you're local, and we'll have a chat about it then. Let's just put a few things back on the table. Right, we've got a few bits and pieces here. We've got our little colour pieces that we did, and our little flowers. Fit them all in the picture. Move that up there. That way I can get a picture when I'm finished. Okay, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you around. I do lives every Wednesday night, generally speaking, Sydney time at 8:30 on my Facebook page. So just go to my stampinup.net and you'll see all my links there. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Ciao.